Hey everybody, it's Chris and welcome back to Something Else Amiga. As you can see, we have the 4000 tower back out. We're going to stick something in it. Today, what's in this magic box? This is a VA 2000. This was traded to me from Mr. Matthew. I'm not going to reveal your last name because you sent me a bunch of stuff, and in turn I sent you something that you really wanted. So, we're going to put this in here. It's an RTG graphics card that has a like a video slot thing, and a thing like the video card and the little guy for the pass-through stuff, the 15 kilohertz stuff. It has a little HDMI-ish out that you're supposed to be able to mount to this thing. I don't know. There's no screws. I guess there's some bracket thing that I don't know nothing about this card, okay? At all. Don't know if it works. Just told it works. I'll take people with their word. Has a little rainbow ribbon cable here to connect the VA and the little tiny board here. So I'm just putting myself back in a standard Amiga mode here. You can see that the 4000 tower is currently rocking. I'm in multi-scan productivity. So I'm going to set it to NTSC high-res laced. That way I'm in a standard ugly Amiga mode here, and that way I can now turn this off. And we're going to crack this open. I have pre-removed all of the screws. There we go. It's just a little big. Now, the problem is the quick pack. Always the quick pack. I should not use this, but that's great. It might be able to be used in a top video slot because the quick pack's RAM here, I might have shown this in the past, I'm pretty sure I did. The quick pack is a very large 060 accelerator. It's all of that. This is the 16 meg original RAM right here, but it goes like this. Boop, boop, beep. And right here, as I balance this board, this is the floppy controller and the SCSI. This is the audio board. This is a slice in the middle. It's designed very well to go around the RAM. See that? A little 060 hanging up here with the heatsink on her. Where you at? Peekaboo. Yeah. It's in there. See that little gold thing? Okay. So the idea is it swooped down real far. The card, this is nice and thin, so this should work. The video toaster was going to go in the top slot, and I was going to have something else underneath. I need to put this ribbon cable on. Video expansion slot, Amiga rear. Okay, it's got some other connectors here that I have to read up on. There's some things here. So this is what the VA 2000 looks like. Okay. With its little baby board. Give me a second to read the documents. Okay, so I found Lucas's video on M&T, and it just plugs in as you would think it plugs in. So it's going to plug in just like this. Okay, I found it. It's marked 136, 136, so I just matched them up. It's going to be a little cable-ish in here. I'm going to be in your way for just a second. One. That is close as I can be. That is... I mean, can't talk. Close. Well, I think I'm good. That is close. Close enough. You can see the card and the little RTG board is, well, it's tight, but it's in there. I have to get an HDMI out of the back of this. And that is where this is going to come in, because I thought the card bolted to it. I'm just dumb. I don't know what's going to happen. I'm sure I have to install stuff first. I'm going to turn this on monitor first on HDMI because it does have a pass-through. Is it going to work or blow up? Here we go. Energize. Blow up. Nope. That's the stupid grounding of the card out again. I'm going to pull this out. Damn it. When this happens, the unit goes boo, like it's grounding out. Usually it's this card. That's the curse of the 4000 tower. So what I usually have to do is take the card out, put it back in, even though I put new TE connectors on that sucker. Everything was cool. I had to turn my fan on. It's hotter than the devil's ass down in my basement. So I don't know what's going on. So I'm going to pull this card out. Pull this little daughter board out. Just let them hang. Does the Amiga turn on? No, it does not. That's just great. God damn it! I don't like these cards sticking together, so I separate them. This is the quick pack. You can see the cutout here clearly where it goes in. This is a massive 6260 accelerator. There's a really rare mod. You could have sent it back to the company and they would have put a SCSI chip on here and you got a 50-pin internal. That would have been nice.
2 hours later.
Here we go. All that. Okay. Turn it off. Now let's do what we were originally going to do. Put that HDMI in here. HDMI to shorter ribbon cable. God, this is a mess. Shit. I can't see anything. And plug it in there. Give ourselves a little 24-volt zap. I don't know if this is going to work. Well, we'll see. We're going to HDMI, which we are in. We're going to hit it. There we go. It's like nothing happened, except I forgot to plug in the keyboard and mouse. It takes a little bit for this thing to figure out what the hell it's doing. I have so many SCSI buses and SCSI IDE, SCSI, and it just gets complicated, so there's the hard drive. Let's see what we see. Does this do the pass-through? Holy crap, it does! It's weird and it's off, and I have no mouse, and it just locked up, solid as a rock. So we're going to hit reset. Alright, so it sort of works. It looks like shit. It's not good. We just lost everything. Son of a... Oh, damn it! Alright, we're back to square one, where if you touch the damn computer, it screws up. What is it? Is it the ZZ? Is it the freaking 060? I'm taking a break. I pulled the quick pack out. It worked one time, and now it doesn't again. This thing's... I don't know what's up with this computer. It's the power supply. Well, watch this. This is a brand new power supply. Brand new. I swear. Everything, I'm always... Let me pull these cables out of the way for a second. Alright. Watch, this is going to work because I pulled the cables out. I can't see anything. P9. Still doesn't. And they make this funny ass sound. Hear it? It's like discharge the capacitors. It's not a power supply. That's what I came to the conclusion of the first time I did this endeavor. Because whatever the hell's doing it, it's these two stupid, where are they? Card things. When you get all this together, you have to like put the cage back in, which means you have to take these out so you can get the cage in there, and it's a lot of fun. That's why I just left it out, because I'm taking the quick pack out all the time. I don't want to, you know, touch it. It's these little boogers. I don't understand why they are so finicky. New TE connectors, everything, brand new. Nope. Hi from 3 hours later. It's not the SCSI card. It's not this. I thought it was a quick pack. It's not the quick pack. Took the RAM out, took all the cards out, changed power supplies. Even went and got out the spare SCSI 2 board. Nothing. That's not it. Well, these two boards are plugged in, but that's mouse and They don't matter. Doesn't matter. Something's grounding out somewhere. Randomly. I replaced all the TE connectors. Built new I/O boards. Oh, now it's going to work. So put the accelerator back in it. Without any pegs. So I just want to see if I get a power light. So now we'll see if the fan comes on. And now it doesn't. 9:06 p.m. It's freaking working. I pulled out the short and long little IDE cables, and I think one of them is touching just ever so much. I don't know. So I'm going to re-slice. It was an IDE cable I cut. Alright. So I should get my workbench. I will have no mouse. This is it. I'm going to slice this with a razor knife instead of cutting it with scissors. The most important thing is the damn thing boots. It's late, and it ain't booting. So if the floppy's working, that means this controller card's working. We'll see. There's the. I saw the hard drive hit. No, so it's not. This card is not working. Why is this card not working? Hard drive light is hard driving. Holy crap! Moral of the story is don't touch your damn Amiga. So, I think I fixed it. Maybe. I have 2 pair of glasses on because 10 o'clock at night, Sunday. I got 2 more IDE cables, a short and a long. I'm gonna put these in. All this for a video card. Yeah. Was this ultimate purpose of this useless video? Not for the VA 2000, but to discover that these were jacked up. I still have to put the hard drive tray in, and when I put the hard drive tray in, I have to take those cables out anyway. I'm going to pull this board out. So without the board being in the machine, it works. Now, alright, short and long is in. And then, after I identify all this problem with this card and taking the whole thing apart and whatever, I haven't even gotten to the point where I'm ready for video card yet. Whoops, hey, this one's backwards. Yep, that'll help. It sits in here like this. Beep. So all this junk is shoved against the case. Low, high. And a video signal. Holy God. Not my night. 30-year-old computer not working right. Go figure. Watch me still not have a mouse. I still don't have a damn mouse. This cable is just... God, it's hard.
That's what she said.
I'm going to try using just the one cable. 1030. Sunday night. I hooked up the Amiga Kit optical mouse so I could see the light and see if I'm getting, you know, power to the mouse, which apparently now I am, and it's on the long cable. I have a mouse. Good God almighty. Finally.
Yeah, I bet you could use a cool one, huh?
Now you're talking.
This whole thing was for this. The VA MNT VA 2000 Revision 1. So, yeah. Let's see what happens. We're going to put her in the top slot. We're going to put the Zorro board dude thing in. Don't know what's up with these IDE cables. They might be bad themselves. Be nice to have them working again. Possibly one of them. Oh, this one has a puncture in it. This one was cut or touching or... Alright, this is RGB. Okay? RGB. I'm going to flip it to HDMI. Because this VA 2000 has that pass-through thing. And it looks like garbage. It's flickery and crap. I'm going to go to just test NTSC high res. Look at that crappy display. That is horrid. Let's go multi-scan productivity. This doesn't do it. Normally it would. PAL high res laced. I'm only in 8 color, by the way. Alright. PAL high-res laced seems to be it. Artifacting on the screen. It does. Alright, watch this. Go back to VGA, which would now be in PAL. And look, crystal clear. So I just jumpered it to PAL, hardware-wise. We have our pigs in. Look at this. So this is HDMI. Yeah, it's overscanned big time. Because of whatever this HDMI thing is doing, it cannot save it. Whenever something's on the screen, she's just jumping. Jumping, jumping, jumping. 640 by 256, and then we'll do the graphics. Okay, the text size. 640 by 256, we're going to say save it. Alright, there we go. I had to open up some stuff on the screen. Now it still looks like crap. Let's crank the colors up. We'll do 32 color. Still looks like crap. But that doesn't mean it's the end of the world. Let's do something that's definitely 15 kilohertz, like sysinfo, or which Amiga. It doesn't work, so I'll run sysinfo, whichever one this is. 4.4 looks pretty good. Okay, I have the wavy lines and it's fuzzy because it is what it is. So I'm unzipping some drivers and RTG stuff here. And there's some programmers and firmwares and all sorts of stuff, and I have no idea anything about this card. This is all no instructions, just doing it. Picasso 96. This is my paid version. Alright. Okay, so I found the documentation. Install the RTG. When installing Picasso 96, select only the UAE graphics card. I don't have that. How about we just select Picasso 4? Right? And we'll do the trick. So Picasso 4, syslibs, sysdevs monitors, syspreps, opus, libs, Picasso 96. And then we say drivers. We copy MNT graphics card and VA2000 CX. There. Then we copy this right to devs. Devs. A, B, C, D. Okay, copy that there. Replace it. And go to devs, monitors, click on the monitor icon called Picasso 96. What? System. Oh, devs, monitors. We gotta find actually the one I called Picasso 4. Go to the information menu on it. Board type called, change it to board type equals MNT GFX. Do you see that? Yep. Okay, save that. And we're going to rename this to VA 2000 CX. Okay, and reboot, huh? Rebooting. Alright, so with that done, oh, Magic Workbench, whenever I don't need you, there you are. Gosh, this always happens too. Trying to hurry up and do something. Magic Workbench. We're back. Alright, let's quit this, quit that, go to System, Prefs, Screen Mode. Oh, I left it on the desktop. Don't need that. Screen Mode. Ah, MNT graphics. Alright, let's see what we get. We're going to crank it up to the top. MNT graphics, 800 by 600, 32-bit BGRA. Here we go. Testing. Single monitor display. Oh yeah. I think it does. I don't know if I'm seeing a picture or not. We're going to say use. And that's not doing shit. The VA2000 has an onboard micro SD-HD compatible card slot using the driver MNT. Oh my god, Magic Workbench. My mouse moving at least? Alright. You can make an SD0 and you can have, use a text editor, create this entry, and you can mount the card through the shell. I'm going to do something respectable. 800 by 600, 16-bit. We're just going to hit save. Yes. Because it screws up so much, now I'm going to turn it off. Because we're map ROM'd. Let it sit for a second. Turn it back on. At least we got the cable and the grounding issue figured out. Alright, so here we are in 800 by 600. And it looks pretty daggone good. But this picture needs to do something different. Sysinfo again. Does it flip? Yes, it does. It doesn't look the best, but it does it. Oh God, what a nightmare this was. Jeez whiz. We're rocking. We are rocking. Back to RTG. Awesome. Oh, run out of power quick. I got it apart again. I'm putting a PAL crystal in it, and I'm jumping at the PAL and taking the NTSC clock totally out of the question. So let's go full PAL here. 2 days now. 2 days on this. 2 days. Identify the problem. The power, that's working. Hello, it's 9:15 p.m. I took the case out and decided it's easier to work on things when I can see them. Notice Paula, you could probably light a cigar off of. Paula is currently running at, no, 55.5 is the record, 53.7 communist by the C up there. And it's getting hotter. So it's just going to melt right off the board. I won't even have to desolder it. It's 60 degrees Celsius. That's 140 degrees Fahrenheit, which is hotter than any of them get. So, Paula is pooped out. Damn it.
Membership in the Jelly of the Month Club.
Why don't you recap it, Chris? It's been recapped. It's nothing major. Paula's right here. Plenty of room for a socket. Anywho, that's what I'm working on. I'm going to take Paula off and put her in a socket. Maybe not tonight, because I'm kind of tired. 9:30 p.m. now. Here we are 24 hours later. We fixed it, then it broke. And maybe near midnight we'll fix it again. Hey, I figured out what's wrong with it. When I was effing around with this board, I think I reversed the cables. And when I did, off on, figuring out the power supply, I fried Paula and the CIAs.
Are you stupid or something?
Well, it's 11 o'clock at night. I found this old ICODE dot something post. This guy had a similar thing. Then he plugged his stuff in wrong and he blew his Paula and his CIAs, and that's why his won't boot. Just like this won't boot. Well, that's crazy. So, here you go. We're Captain Tape Up. I'm not going to hit the sauce. I'm just going to, I think she set on the devil. Good God. One Paula. Two. Good God. So, just like that at 11:12 at night. 2 CIAs and a Paula. Yay. Why is my neck sweating?
You really are a fat bastard.
6:54 a.m. Yep. I am home today. So I'm just going to flux this area. As you can see, it makes a lot of smoke.
Ah, man.
2 CIAs and a Paula. Now I got to get sockets going. 7:27 a.m. 3 sockets. I'm not Picasso, I've always said it. Yep, CIA. Paula. Wow, these say Amiga Tech on them. 95. Paula normal temperature. Yes! Yes! Thank you, God! 13.78 seconds. So you have to have the disk module in And you have to have video card in, of course. Now we start reassembly again. When you're putting in your I/O board, the board says short and long. Hence, now this is the cable that was blowing me up. So, what the weirdness is, the mouse port here goes to this one, which is short. This cable has metal bits that when it's in there, these metal bits must have been touching it or something. So I went with this rounded replacement IDE cable. So we're taking short and getting rid of it. This cable is the one we're using. And even though it looks like it doesn't go there, it goes here. Pin 1. I marked the 1 on the back side because this is the side that sits inside the case. And I'm going to mark S and L on these things. Hi, it's 4:11 p.m. My power went out, except for right here because the sun. I got internet's on battery too, so we still have internet. I don't know what's going on. Solar. And the floppy is not working. Having one of the rare Commodore Amiga 4000 towers is great, but it kind of sucks. Why? Because when you do a Google search for help with weird things, you either find your own videos or some dude who had a problem in 1998 that has nothing to do with this. People who maintain AmigaPCB.org, thank you guys so much on behalf of myself and many other repair people. They have the only known that I know of digital schematic clickable dude of the 4000 tower, not the I/O boards, which sucks, but I have reached the maximum colors of whatever I can, and here in those colors right there that run between the, oh my god, Paula chip, the connector here that the riser board goes onto, underneath of this Science, underneath of the Alice, over here to the, you can't see them, 2 CIAs that I've already replaced and pinned these out. I have pinned these out and they are getting to their locations, which leads me to think that it might be on the card itself. However, the SCSI's on that card and it's working fine. CIAs are good, and minus having a disk problem, I just don't know. Don't know why my clock's not detected. Don't know. Well, I ate 3 chicken tenders. That's pretty cool.
Look at that now, huh?
I did the fan dude right to the dude, and it's on there. In the longest video known to man, the longest Amiga video ever recorded of my own crap. Head calibration test. It is working. What the hell was it? I don't know. I had a replacement SCSI board. I think one of these resistors or caps or logics popped, or one of these 2 ferrite beads blew out. I don't know. Yeah, this is the original board. That's one I eBayed and just had to have, and I'm glad I got it. I went through that and pinned out all of those parts, pulled the sockets out of the 2 CIAs and the Paula. Geesh, running out of brain fluid. They all checked out okay, continuity-wise. That's what I did. I put the DF0 terminator, my last one, I put it on here, and then in the double mouse button early startup menu, I could see DF0. Every other time, it wouldn't show up. So I'm thinking, that's weird. I wonder what the hell happened here. So I have to go through just a couple of them. You know, there's just a couple resistors on that board. And 4 ceramic capacitors, 4 flip-flops, 2 ferrite beads, and a bunch of ceramics over here. This one I just put the new TE connector on too. Son of a... I don't give a crap what color it is. If it's gold or green, if it's working, that's good enough for me. Am I glad all this crap happened? Hell no. But I'm glad I discovered those 2 stupid cables grounding out, and now this machine can maybe, possibly be 2 or 3% more reliable, and I might use it more. Now that it's got a card in it that I can see on a monitor without the GBS 8200, I'll have to dig into this at another time. I am sorry for bothering you with all of this crap. I hope it helps someone else out with a tower. There's not a lot of videos out there on them. People show them off and, wow, look at Workbench 3.1 of 1994 and This is my tower on my 1084S and F. Alright, now that we have a working tower board, working I/O board, working audio video module. So, about 36 hours after I started this endeavor to update this Amiga 4000 tower to have an MMT VA2000 video card. Had a couple major mess ups on my own part and a long fix. So I'm not done. I am waiting on some jungle parts for an extender so I can put the HDMI on a proper cable. Right now she's rolling into a switch box. So I'm going to turn this on. Hopefully it turns on. Energize the power. We're already on HDMI. Hit the button. Floppy works, CD-ROM works. So here we are. As you can see, finally, after all this time, what this was supposed to be. Finally figured out what the cause of all my craziness was. And the moral of this story is, if you own an Amiga 4000 tower, and you cut your cables and they're sticking on the metal, you could randomly have some craziness. And you're going to attempt to pull out the SCSI controller board and the audio module board, because that's what you're thinking the problem is. And what happens is you bump the short and long cables off of your I/O board, which were causing your problem, possibly fixing it temporarily until you move it, and then the cables stretch and bump and bang, causing your problem again. Your power supply will just go nothing, and then you'll hear the capacitors drain with an audible sound like a whistle. 10 p.m., third day of this. A lot of this has been chopped and edited. But trust me, I was sitting here since 6 something this morning messing with this thing randomly off and on, soldering in chips and testing things and correcting boo-boos on my own soldering. I gotta do that stuff. It's not rocket science magic of YouTube. You just snap your fingers and look, we built a whole retower. Now, one of the things I like to do after the new demo scene was play some of the new one, or Sojourn of the Soul. Good enough. I canceled it. Don't know how much I can play of that. So this is from Dark Age and Lemon, Neo Colora. So let's run this one. It's RGB port. So that was Neo Colora from Revision 2023. We also watched Sojourn of the Soul. Thank you for that demo. You can get all of these demos and more at demozoo.org in your old web browser. I download them right from the Amiga. And the final thing is the summer album from a Christian band called Slayer. So that wraps it up for the Project 4000 tower fix, upgrade, repair, extended break, fix again. It happens. At least I can fix my own stuff. Thankfully. Thanks to all of you guys for hanging out with me for a little while. Coming along on this weird journey. I hope it provided you some insight and information, especially if you're a tower owner yourself and you're having some weirdness in your life. What could possibly help you repair your girl and get her back on the road? Now this thing's fully pimped out, and I hope to use it a lot more than I have in the past because of its stability issues. Can I finally play Miss Pac-Man on this? Here's a final update of everything after it's working. Everything's been cool. Tower's in. I got the HDMI bracket for the back. You probably saw a quick short video on the YouTube Shorts a while ago. And we got the RTG card in. We're running executive. I have a net time clock because the battery in here won't allow you to hit save because there's no battery to store it, even though clock chip's there, blah, 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 blah. So I just run a net time command, ren TP off of Aminet. And we're running executive. I made a custom dashboard for network activity. So what I'll do is I'll copy some Amiga music mods, this whole folder, and you're going to watch this. You'll see it creep up. Well, it's already done. There it goes. 1.1, 1.2, depending on the speed. Usually anywhere between 1.2 and 1.5 max. Remember, she's a 10 meg card, so it's about a megabyte. So, cool, huh? And this is just an executive dashboard. If you've never seen the program Executive, it's got all sorts of neat stuff in here about loads of CPUs, like Unix top, and then little meters, and think of it as widgets, all your prefs and stuff like that about tasks. And then you have a commander, which is kind of like Windows Task Manager, but this is 1990. Anyway, executive, it's on the Commodore Amiga ADF listing on archive.org. You can check it out. Key is also freely available, I believe, on Aminet because the software is no longer sold, and you can just unlock all of its benefits, make your own custom dashboards, and all sorts of cool stuff. Ain't that neat? I forgot to mention the zip drive's functioning, the floppy drive's functioning, and I still have to go through the original SCSI card floppy controller to see what broke on it on the floppy circuit. There's just no diagrams or anything anywhere for that card, and it makes it even more hard to troubleshoot. So thanks for coming along on this extended journey. I'm sorry it was probably boring, but hopefully I cut it up and put enough funny clips in there to make it interesting. So thank you guys for watching. Until next time, hope you learned something.
What do you know from funny, you bastard?